What's going on, my fellow residents? This is me, TheFrozenCavern, and today I have a guest with me to discuss about the new No More Heroes trailer that came out like recently. It was a few days ago. Don't exactly remember the time, but if you want to introduce yourself.
Yo, what is up, guys? It's ft.PhantomBrawler here today. I do fighting game and JRPG content, but I also do action game content, and I'm very honored to be here on the TheFrozenCavern channel. Thank you for having me.
You are very welcome, and I'm glad to have you with me. Now, recently, my goodness, everyone has just been waiting recently for something else about No More Heroes, because I believe it was announced at like E3 last year, maybe?
It wasn't, I think it was like at the Nintendo conference when they were first showing off the Switch.
Yeah, and it said that there would be another No More Heroes game, and it showed like just an image of Travis Touchdown. That was all that we had for like the longest time.
Then we got the official trailer yesterday, I believe.
I believe it was like maybe 2 days ago. I'm not exactly sure, but it's crazy because it was number 8 trending on YouTube when I checked it out. So that's actually crazy.
I think it was revealed at the Nindies or the Nintendo Indies event, and I'm like, an indie game is trending that much. Like, that's how you know the fan base is huge for No More Heroes.
And I mean, indie games they were already getting huge as it is, so.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly weird because, like, most of us fans have kind of just been hiding in, like, the dark for the longest time. Like, even after it was revealed at the press conference, like you said, like, not really anyone said anything about it. But as soon as this trailer showed up, everyone was talking about it now.
Everyone just flipped their shit about it. And the thing is, like, of course, I didn't know there were that many No More Heroes fans because of how much of a cult classic it was. And again, it was only for the Wii most of the time. Then it had a PS3 remake, which it was still good, but honestly, it's a Wii mainstay. Like, this is Nintendo's very violent, you know, this is essentially Nintendo's God of War.
Yeah, that, and there was another series like this too that had the same...
Mad World.
Yeah, that.
I had that game as well. I have pretty much everything Nintendo told you not to get that was that wasn't family friendly.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want for Nintendo to do is to possibly have No More Heroes 1 and 2 on the Switch, because that would be great. And especially to get people caught up, at least on the first game, because this game does take place only after 1.
Sort of like what they did with Bayonetta, because Bayonetta 2 had Bayonetta 1 packaged in there just in case, you know, oh, I want to go back and play the original. You can get both of them right there. And I feel like with No More Heroes 1 and 2, they would be making a lot of bank. And not just that, they can add in, like, I think there's this exclusive mode for the PlayStation 3 version. They can add that into both No More Heroes 1 and No More Heroes 2.
Not wrong there.
And it would be genuinely awesome, but I really kind of want to discuss the story with you before I'm in the game.
Alright, so like I said before, this game takes place 1 year after the events of the first game, so it does not take place after 2, which is what a lot of people thought. Like, I didn't really think that, like, for, I'm having a difficult time explaining this, but like a few years ago, maybe like at least just one, but a few years ago, I made a video on should there be a No More Heroes 3, and how I thought it would be is that it would be a prequel to the first game, because after No More Heroes 2, Travis's arc is pretty much done, so I thought that it would be a prequel to 1, but apparently it's a prequel, quote-unquote, to 2, or sequel to 1. Basically a 1.5 for No More Heroes.
When it comes to this, again, even Suda51 said if he did make a No More Heroes, Travis would not be included. And you gotta remember, Travis, when it comes, and I think I'm the only one that actually knows his age, because in the first No More Heroes, he was around 29 to 28 years old. In No More Heroes 2, he was in his 30s. So I feel like with No More Heroes Travis Strikes Again, he's gonna be around 20, like, still be 29. And I feel like he's gonna focus a few months after it. That way he can finally, like, because when we see Bad Dad, that's what they call him so far, that's the fan name, he pretty much is, he's a sociopath just like his daughter is, kind of, because he just walks around with a bat, just hitting people over the head with it. And I feel like we're going to see a lot of characters that connect, because even in No More Heroes 2, the first opening scene was you fighting Helter Skelter's little brother.
That would be correct. Now, something else that it says here is, while they battled, they're sucked into the Phantom game console Death Drive Mark II, and it was a machine developed by Dr. Juvenile. It said that those who collect and beat all of the 6 games will have their wishes granted. Now, one thing I want to mention is, for whatever reason, I looked in the trailer, and both of the controllers are left-handed, which doesn't make sense, but disregarding that.
I mean, it makes sense. Well, not it doesn't make sense, but kind of like I think they were trying to model it after the Sega Genesis stuff, which pretty much looked like that.
And then also the Power Glove for anyone who remembers that thing.
Nintendo.
But I wonder what these 6 games could possibly be, because these 6 games are never mentioned in like any other No More Heroes.
You think probably they were like, how do I put it? They were kind of like, I can see them being like very extravagant assassins that may have like lost their lives in fight against them, or it can be just elaborate scheme that the UAA created, like so they could test out more assassins, so they can test their strength level out. Which
is a little bit of what the first game did.
My one thing about that makes me curious, I'm like, this is the first time we've seen like, because even though No More Heroes is fucking ridiculous, this is the first time we've seen like a paranormal, supernatural kind of aspect in these games.
Yeah, whenever it comes to like an object, but like Matt Helms is technically supernatural because of his existence. He's pretty much immortal.
I think there was one where like you fought this thing that was based off a horror movie villain too. In No More Heroes 2, I think it was the second assassin you fought, and he was like based off of like, I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and he just wore a baby head.
Yeah, Matt Helms, that's the one I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot his name.
Yeah, it's fine. There's a good number of characters that I haven't don't have their full name on. I do still need to let's play the games, and I really do at this point, since the game at this point in time it's more than likely coming out in 2018.
Yeah, and I could say, like, considering how good it looks, I can see early 2018.
Possibly.
Cause like if it comes out in like January or February, I gotta like run out and get that Switch though.
And one thing I'd like to point out is that this is kind of in like a random forest. It's not really in Santa Destroy or any like memorable areas in Santa Destroy. It's just in a random like trailer.
Yeah. Honestly, I think that at one point maybe Travis did like, I wouldn't say ran away, but decided to get away for a while. And I think even in No More Heroes 2, it was him coming back from something, and that's the reason why he had to rent out his motel room again and all that shit.
Yeah.
So I feel like maybe these were the events that transpired. Because we didn't actually get, like, we know it's a year because the dude was 30 in No More Heroes 2, so we knew that something must have took place in that year, or between those, I'm gonna say 8 months, that probably made him, have this different outlook on life. Because even, we see that he becomes more crazier in No More Heroes 2 than he was in No More Heroes 1. Because in No More Heroes 1, he was just a character that, the aspect of, I'm gonna go around, I'm gonna become the greatest assassin just so I can get laid. That was his main aspect. But now we see he wants that revenge. In No More 2, we see he wants that revenge factor, but he also just wants to feel that sort of like insanity he gets from killing people.
Right.
But that's honestly how I feel like what this game could be. It's just showing his journey, like, through his his madness.
Yeah. One thing that I almost forgot to mention is that, like, after playing the prologue to No More Heroes 2, Sylvia mentions the whole downfall thing of Travis Touchdown, because at the end of the first game he ended up becoming the #1 assassin, and then in No More Heroes 2 he had to start all over. But this could possibly link to that. I'm having a feeling that it might not, but for all we know it could.
It might, because I feel like, him having to start over again, of course, like, they're gonna make a reference to him, like, oh, you must have restart your save data or some shit like that. Which is kind of a reference for how he sees life as more of a game than he does see it as anything else.
Yes, there's a lot of fourth wall breaking. Like, there's way too much.
Him and Deadpool have the same sense of humor.
Pretty much. And then on the back of the No More Heroes 2 case, it says, the game of the year strikes back. Which, goodness, they've been trying to tell us this since 2007.
They're like, oh, you think we're making another one? Don't worry, we're making another one. Again, I find the concept that it takes place before 1, after 1 and before 2, I find that more interesting. but I kind of want to see who would they pick as a second protagonist for future installments of the game. Like, who do you think? Do you think like Shinobu or Henry could take his place?
I feel like more people would be more welcoming for Henry than Shinobu. Last I checked, not too many people like Shinobu.
And her gameplay in No More Heroes, in No More Heroes 2, it was like mainly the gameplay because it felt kind of, how do I put it, like repetitive because it tried to be a platformer and then it tried to be it was weird.
Yeah, all I know is that it was clunky.
It was very, and with Henry, you only played with him one time and it left you wanting to play with him some more.
Throughout the entire series, you play him once.
During the boss fight, and the boss fight was a dream sequence.
So, yeah, that's...
Yeah.
Goodness. And actually, that's also something else that I was, like, discussing in that one video that I mentioned before, where, like, when I said it was a prequel, well, I was expecting it to be a prequel to 1, I was thinking that it could be, like, Henry, where you play as him and you go through like their backstory or whatever, which would lead up to the first game.
Yeah, I feel like when they go with other characters, they're gonna need to really like flesh them out. And the thing is, Henry and Shinobu are already more fleshed out than most other characters in the whole series. Because I feel like there's no other character you can really give out the mantle to unless it's either Henry, his brother, because he's just a more elegant, more like that could be maybe showing how Sylvia tricked Henry into doing assassination, because we don't know how exactly she met him or what she had to do to trick Henry into it. Like, the only assassin I think that we could have like any more backstory on is probably Jean, but you know, she's kind of dead.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even subtle deaths.
Yeah, deaths are violent in the series, by the way.
Yeah.
For anyone who's watching this who is a little kid, this is an M-rated game, so yeah.
We warned you. We warned you.
Like, so late in the video, but still, warning.
Yeah.
I might have to put a warning at the very beginning of the video now, though.
Yeah. I mean, you probably have some violent gameplay ready for them, so yeah, they'll be ready. They'll be ready.
More than likely, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm very interested in this game. This game actually is one that I said if as soon as it gets announced, I'm picking up a Switch. And I just can't wait to see what they're going to do with the story.
Yeah, I can't wait either. I still need to Let's Play 1 and 2. I need to do that at some point. I might try and start it in December, but I'm not entirely sure.
Yeah, I also gotta, like, when I get my game capture card, I'm probably going to do the PS3 version, and then I'm going to work my way up. And these are very violent games. So I'm just warning people, if you do go to my channel, there will be a lot of violence. And unlike Frozen, I don't censor anything. I say just about everything.
Well, when it comes to the game, I don't censor anything either, so yeah.
Also, there is a manga in the prequel manga, but it's only in the Japanese version of the game. It's in the instruction manual. I just thought I would bring that up.
Yeah, but you did say that it might not be canon though, right?
Yeah, it might not be canon because it does show Helter Skelter alive. But then again, this could take place during Helter Skelter's past. So, again, I'm not saying it's a full-out connection, but it should help out if you guys want to check it out. You could probably find the English translations in, like, I don't know, because I found something in English from Google. So, yeah, check those out.
Alright, so do you have any, like, final thoughts on anything?
No More Heroes is looking litty. Suda51, he kept up with his promise. Thank you guys, and don't forget, if you're new here, definitely subscribe to this man Frozen. This man is amazing, doing nothing but gameplay videos and doing discussions. Check out my channel. I do JRPGs and fighting games, and yeah.
Alright then. Well, a lot of people are also saying to have Travis touchdown in Smash if Smash ever goes to like the Switch or there's another Smash game. So I'd be welcome to have that happen, but make sure we get No More Heroes 1 and 2 on the Nintendo Switch at some point. I would love for that to happen, and can't wait for No More Heroes 3. But don't forget to check out this man's channel over here, doing some work, trying to get it all in there. And if you enjoy, don't forget to like and subscribe and comment about anything that we said, as well as your own thoughts about what you expect from No More Heroes 3. But until next video, take care.
Peace.